Oh, goodness gracious me. Look who the cat's dragged in. You know that saying. Look who the cat's dragged in. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got a smile on his face. I don't know why he's got a smile on his face. I don't know why he continues to eat on this thing here. But ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you another magnificent show with the magical words of dream it, believe it, most of all, become it.
Coming up. How you guys doing?
Spence?
Are you very good?
You see already? Hold on, wait. Let me just bring up the people that are in the chat. First, big up Bomber Clark, Markson, you're there. Ota E. Francis, Philip Answer, Uncle Ruckus, AAV Developed, Lee S, Steve Bailey, who's this texting me? Steve Bailey, Buzz 1976, Yemi X, NN, NDND, Daniel J. Boateng, Victor, Andre Bukenya, Nathan Bailey, Thomas J. Riley. Let's go. Spence, man's already on there saying, bro, what's with the haircut? Bro.
Now, you know what happened to
I know what happened. The AI thing ran out.
No, Tunde. Tunde's a living hater. When I was in Jordan, there's some man. Tunde, when you do aid work, let me just say also, massive big up to 313 Al Medina and like when we went out there. Sorry that we never got the show last week, but nothing went really good.
Spencer, man, the DIY trim.
Ton, it wasn't that. When I was out in Jordan, it's like man was like in the hotel where we were staying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the hotel that I was in, there was a hairdresser downstairs, and like the man was a boxing fan. We're talking, and you know the one's like, yeah, go and cut my hair. So if you see how the man butcher up my head, yeah,
we can see, bro. We can see it.
Nah, son, I just said, you know what? I'm just kind of. I said, cut off all my hair, bro, because my hair, you know, my hair grows quick. I said, cut off all of my hair. Yeah,
and
mate.
Just take the piece for 1 whole week.
No, man. I could have covered it, but I don't got nothing to thingy. Like, man can see my big prayer mark in my head, so they know what time of day it is. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, I mean, Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. But boy,
yes,
the old man, yeah, I mean,
you know what happened to your head? You know what happened to your head and your hairline? Because you never come yesterday. Because I brushed you, bro. I was about
Tunde, you never brushed me. You brush yourself. You never. How can you brush? Let me just say this now, ladies and gentlemen. How can you brush me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The trim was some experimenting. How can you brush me when I'm not there to the famous? It's like you not being there unless I'm gonna run Tunde. I'm gonna run Tunde.
No, because I had to get it off my chest.
No, Tunde.
Listen, I had to get off my chest. Because you know, as long as you've known me,
be quiet about getting things off your chest. Yeah, that's all I got to say to you. This is not villain.
As long as you've known me, you know I don't hold nothing in, so I had to let it go. So yesterday, you was getting called all the names under the sun, but I assured everybody that Spencer knows how this thing goes, and he will be back today. So says, so done. Hey, what's the matter with this king? Bro, this brother's mad, you know. This Haney-Garcia, I don't know what he's up to, you know. It's like he don't want this fight to go on.
Nah, you know what? He did some press conference. His brother's boxing, isn't it? His younger brother.
Okay, what, on the show?
Yeah. Nah, I think his younger brother's boxing I think it would have been tonight or something. And he just went mad.
Man said he never brushed. He cussed out your clock. Bro, the way I cussed you yesterday was different level. I said, no, I don't business.
Tunde, when you're saying you don't business, I'm saying you stay there having mouth for me. It's not me I'm meant to have mouth for. You understand?
Here we go.
That's what I'm telling you that. That's right.
No,
that's right.
Let me tell you something. The reason why it's you are supposed to have mouth for, because you're the only one that's got the true connection. The only people that really are supposed to bother you are the people that you're connected to. Anyone else, it's falling on deaf ears. In him one out here and drop on the floor, as my dad used to say. In him one
No.
ear and drop on the floor. So it's you supposed to get cussed. And you did yesterday. But anyway, we won't harp on that because it's gone. Today is a new day. You know I don't like to bring whatever happened yesterday into today. Today is a fresh start, a fresh program. It's good to see you.
That's a contradiction. I don't bring out thingy, but you're the one that said it. Yeah, I had to cuss you. I was but you saw when I posted it.
No. You know I mean? But I have to tell you in your face.
No, you don't have to tell me in my face.
I'll be a hypocrite.
You're not. No. How can you be a hypocrite when I tagged you in the thing and you saw that I tagged you, you was laughing? Yeah, you little pussy, yo. And that's what you said to me. So
bro, I stop using that bad language live.
Whatever, man.
You can't use that bad language live.
Exactly. What? Listen, next thing is this. I'm saying I'm not wearing no hat on or nothing because, like I said, on certain things, I've just got. Now we're angry at all.
Bad about your hairline. Yeah, it's true. Respect for not wearing your hat because you could have easy mask it.
Of course I could have. I'm not masking nothing, bro.
Yeah, you want the people to see.
Yeah, I'm not masking nothing.
Anyway, listen. Let us start the show. We've gone through the as they say, the preamble, which is customary. Should I say? Should I use that word customary for the Fight Is Right? But let us go straight to the crux of it. Yesterday night at the AO Arena, approximately past 10, Zelfa Barrett put on what I can only describe as a Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard type, Ricky Hatton type of performance. The movement and the skill set may not have been appreciated by some onlookers, but Tunde Ajayi and the Fight Is Right and the over 1,000 people that was with us live when the thing was going on could only sit back, admire the footwork, the deliverance, and the precision of Zelfa Barrett and the ultimately impeccable commentary and just say, good boxing. Spencer, I don't know whether you've had time to.
No, I watched the fight.
Watch the fight.
When I was at that thing, Anthony Joshua's thing, I had my thing, but it wasn't connection. Kept on cutting in and cutting out. So I said, "Cha, I'm not doing this thing." It just kept on cutting in and cutting out. So I watched the fight, and let me tell you this: Zelfa Barrett's body attack, brother.
If you watch
Tunde was saying all week to me, nah, Zelfa's gonna done him,
all week, I told man.
Yeah, Zelfa's gonna done him. That was a very impressive performance by Zelfa Barrett, and also he weren't really doing the kicking neck thing so much in the fight.
Bro, this time we switched it up on them. We switched it up on man. Zelfa, let me tell you, Zelfa was doing this one when you rub the nose, and your brother said even Floyd used to do that. If you go back and study Floyd proper, you rub the nose, you distract your opponent, and that's so it was a different. I feel that maybe the other side, they had from the off, Spence, I really commented on it. In one corner, you had the new kids on the block, Ben Davison, Barry Smith, or you can't really call Barry a new kid on the block because Barry's been around for a hot minute, whether you knew him or not.
You know Barry Smith. I'm sure I heard stories that you and Barry Smith did spar. You broke him up.
Me and Barry, we had a go at each other in Peacock Gym, but it's all love. So in one corner, you had. Shut up, man. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? What are you trying to start the thing for?
I'm telling you straight. That's why I heard that you did break him up. That's all.
Anyway, so in one corner, and I said it at the beginning of the broadcast, in one corner, you had quote unquote the new kids on the block, but in the other corner, you had the experienced of Barrett, and you know he's the other guy. I was asking everyone what's the guy's name yesterday, but that team, you know, the Suns, the Commonwealth champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
That's
had
a serious little team they got, you know.
Serious team, a team that's
Serious
solid,
team.
a team that's been together from the jump, through wins and through losses. And I felt that ultimately that was going to be the telltale sign. It was a solid team. We know that Jordan had just parted with Dave Caldwell, and went over to Ben Davison's gym.
It's been a year. He's been there about a year now.
Yeah. So listen, but we know that, in my opinion, it's always going to be a uphill struggle when you're facing a solid team that's been together for a long time, that know each other inside out. Not only that, Zelfa is Pat's, nephew.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting to me to see how that was going to ultimately play out, and it played out the way I thought it was going to play out. And I mean, there was a lot of tangibles as well to the fight. The fact that the poster said Gill Barrett, but it's in Manchester.
Yeah, but Gill was a champion,
but the belt was Jordan Gill's, from my understanding. Jordan Gill had the belt, but they sorted it out. Zelfa came out second like a champion, and he performed like a champion, Spence. But I really felt it. I did feel it for Jordan Gill, because Jordan Gill is a lovely young man who's been an inspiration to many. Again, he had his father with him by his side, and so it was a great advert, I feel, for British boxing anyway. And it was just a shame that one person had to lose and one person had to win. But we can't take that shine off of Zelfa last night. And it's got to be a world title for him next, Spence.
Well, he's already challenged for one where he was unsuccessful.
Yes.
But him and Cordina would be a wicked fight.
Cordina?
Yeah. It'd be a good fight, man. It's been muted many times before and it hasn't happened. I would like to see that. I'm keeping it 100. Well, Cordina's fighting on the 18th, isn't it?
He's fighting Kakashi. So that in itself is going to be a good fight, because as I said last night, Joe didn't look too good in his last fight. But I've seen Joe in the flesh. That brother's got skills.
He's serious
for day. Joe Cordina has got skills for day. And again, it's going to be another great, interesting matchup, with a solid team. Tony Sims, fantastic trainer. I don't even want to say he's underrated, because those that know that Tony Sims is a bad man trainer. Bad man as in a very, very good, capable coach. So that will definitely be a good matchup to see Joe Cordina in there with Zelfa. But I can't really see that. I know there has been talk, or Eddie definitely mentioned it last night, that there could be a possibility of, the most foreseeable one is Lamont Roach, and that would be a good fight, Spence, because Lamont Roach, he can box. He's a good boxer, Spence. But
what title he got?
I think he's got the WBA.
He's got the WBA title.
I think he's got the WBA. But Lamont, he can box. He can fight. But that can be, he's like a lot of the Americans. It's only the big names that are draws. So I think if Eddie can bring Lamont to Manchester, he's got the resources. He can pay Lamont the money to come over here. And so far as Lamont is able, willing to come over, I think that's a massive fight for the Manchester fans, for boxing fans, and for most of all for Lyndon and Pat. Big up Bobby Wright again. Was the first man in the chat last night with a collection. I already told everyone last night. Spencer and Manny ain't getting no money from last night's show. But Bobby Wright does it again. Thank you for the $4.99. He says the guys are back together. So yeah, we all knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, thank you, Bob. Appreciate my man. One of the low fight is right, guys. So Spence, have you got anything else to say about performance as well for last night?
No. That was a really good. Listen. I've always liked Zelfa Barrett. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've always liked him. He's a nice youth. You know what I mean? The only friend he's been a little youth, so he's a nice youth. And just to see, yeah, I mean, he's had his ups and downs in his career. You know, so to see and the thing what was nice is like Jordan Gill was flying, was really buzzing. You know what I mean? Because he got a really good win over Conlon.
Yes.
So boom. So it was like that. That was nice to see. You know what I mean? Bless up for the youth. That was good business. Tunde, I see on here like a lot of people saying, a lot of people saying about my boy Moses Atama being trained by Ben Davison. We knew this. Me and Tunde knew this a little while ago, but it's out. It's public knowledge now to everyone saying on him going over there. And it's just like anything. Things follow trends, yeah, right. And when you got too much fighters in your stable as well,
we already said this. We already said this.
Jordan Gill got broke up yesterday.
Who?
Jordan Gill got broke up yesterday. It's a start. It's a start.
And the week before that, Fabio got the draw.
Yep.
So we already said this. When fighters start running over to gyms because it's
name brand
gym. You see what happened with Derek James.
Listen to me, yeah.
Energy. You see, you put down your drink. You see what happened to Derek. You put your drink down, bro. These guys don't get it. They don't get it. You put that.
Listen, yeah.
Put the thing, Spencer.
Listen. John said, "Yep, the energy man. He knows it. Listen, energy cannot be destroyed, neither created. Yeah,
yeah. We said it last night."
Oh, you said it,
yeah? Yeah. Go ahead.
So I've noticed about fighters as well. Fighters, it's like, oh, wait a minute, big money just coming in on Tunde, big £5.
Oh, wait. Come on. Old tight CJ Nico 19. Thank you for the £5, sir. He said, glad to see you both on my screen again. But Tunde, Warren's going off on you, saying you man still in contract and ungrateful. He ain't playing. Thank you very much for the £5, sir. Let's move on, Spence.
No, but he's not lying. Tunde's ungrateful.
Anyway, carry on your talk, man. Carry on your talk. Go.
No ungrateful.
Yeah.
Black toe man. Nah. So
yeah.
When you try and grab up too much fighters, yeah, you don't have the chance to concentrate solely on the fighter in hand. And yes, I do understand that this is a business, but when man want too much fighters in their camp, right? When you got too much fighters in your camp, how can you solely be concentrating on the man that is the zenith of the talent? You can't. You know what I mean? And I told you how this thing goes. Just like when Canelo's trainer, when he started bringing Bear Man, Bear Man was coming into the camp. And I said, look, it's not going to work. Simply because every man sitting down watching. Yeah, I mean, everyone's sitting down watching what's going on. And if you're the star talent, if man don't want to be the star talent, who isn't the star talent, man will begrudge the star talent.
Yes, sir.
Right? And
the energy, and you talk it, Spencer. Talk it.
Yeah. Energy goes where it flows. And energy cannot be destroyed, neither created. So when you're there, certain man's coming in there and they're going like they're not bad mind. Right? I'm telling you. I remember that, right? They're bad, man.
Wait. I want to hear your story. But before that, big up Alexander Wilson for the $5, man.
Salute.
He said, "What's your opinion on Boots Ennis signing with Matchroom? What do you think the future holds for him?" We gonna get back to that, brother. Just hold tight.
No,
Don't do two things at once, Spencer. Continue with the sermon.
Because when man, Tunde, I'm telling you, when man running off to go to training camp, yeah, oh, you gotta go with this one because he's flavor now. You gotta go with him, brother. Ben Davison want to mind himself, you know, right? And I'm speaking out of love. You got Moses Atama and you got Anthony Joshua, yeah. That is not a good mix. I have said it, right? And I'm saying it first on the Fight Is Right. When no boy can filter, right? That's not a good mix. It's not a good mix. I'm telling you this now. Just like when Joseph Parker was always in the Fury camp, I said, bro, are you stupid? You know what I mean? So I like how he's still around the Furies, but what's he doing now? He's doing his thing with Andy Lee. Because when you're in that camp, you're knowing that raw. I want to be, even though and don't get twisted, Joseph Parker's one of the nicest guys you could meet, but you still want to be number one.
If you have any aspirations.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And if you haven't got no aspirations, you're in the wrong game. You know what I mean? You're there, all this huggy, kissy, bridging thing. No, it doesn't work, bro.
It's not amateurs. Whereas teammates. Professional boxing has to be an individualistic ascent. And I've always felt if there's too many, I mean, there was a time I had 15 fighters under one roof. So I've been down this road. And it's not necessarily the trainer's fault. The trainer is ambitious, and what have you. But if you look at it, if you look at the history of boxing, the great fighters never come from big camps. Go check the history. Go check the history. So, you know, I feel like I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You know, I'm not putting no bad energy on the thing because that's just not what I'm about. But I'm glad you highlighted that because it's something that we always speak about, and it's not just because it's here, you know, in our country. We spoke about it when Canelo started it, Eddie Reynoso started it. Everybody started flying over to Eddie Reynoso, training. You see what happened? Then fighters start talking bad about him, mashing up the whole energy in the Canelo camp. See? Ultimately, 90% of them left. 90% of them left. So, you know, you've given the warning, and so we'll wait and see. But Moses is a precocious talent, and I wish him nothing but the best. Such a nice youth. And let's see what happens.
No, Tony, he's serious. But
yeah, I know the family as well. So, or certain man, that is people.
Moses Atama is a very, very good fighter.
Even at this young embryonic age, he is.
Even Tyson Fury alluded to him the other day in an interview.
Say that again?
Even Tyson Fury alluded to him because they said, like, yeah, you can go through and then, so what about Moses Atama? And he goes, well, you can forget about that one. You know what I mean? Like, joking. He said, but you really saying, like, right, by the time he's ready, I'm done.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Sorry, did you see Gerard Anderson yesterday?
I haven't watched the fight, Spence. I haven't watched the fight at all.
I wasn't really impressed with it, Tom.
No, but, you know, listen, I told you, from the time I see him smoking weed, I said, nah, brother. Yeah, like, this isn't not what the great ones do. They're not with marijuana, banning weed at the beginning of their careers. No,
never.
It don't happen. You're not a great. You never caught Andre Ward banning weed in his early career. You never caught. You ain't catch Floyd banning weed in his early career. Not that I don't know what they do in their business, but they were not cool. Muhammad Ali, you never caught Muhammad Ali bunning weed. Joe Fraser and these men here. So when I'm hearing in this day and age that man's caught bunning weed, and it's just like a normal thing, I'm like, nah. And believe me, I said it. Everyone was saying, yeah, Gerard will deal with Daniel Dubois. All right, cool. Go try fight Daniel Dubois, see what happens. Daniel Dubois will lick up Gerard. I'm saying it. I know Jay Prince is our guy, more your guy, but make that fight. I'm telling you.
No, he's our guy. He's our guy, Ton.
He's our guy. Make that fight. Gerard Anderson against Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois will punch up Gerard. I'm just being honest. I'm always backing the Brit regardless anyway, but I'm just going by performances, the levels, the opponents Daniel's fought, and the results, and these tomato cans, which is what some people refer them as. Who Gerard's
the guy that Gerard Anderson fought yesterday, well, he beat Tony Yonka.
Oh, okay.
He beat Tony Yonka.
Okay, I need to watch the fight anyway before I really give him a full assessment. I don't like doing that.
But he went point, and he alluded to the fact of like, people saying like, you want to go in there and have a slugfest and all the rest of it. But if I end up with brain damage and all the rest of it, like, no, it's boxing. And the thing that's good is like, very second point. He's in the gym, and so he's around Shakur, right? He's in the gym with them man there, right? But for a heavyweight, I think he's trying to be over.
A lightweight.
Yeah, he's trying to be over analytical with his work rate, with how he puts his shots together. And I don't think, because when in the heavyweight, son, bottom line, it's nice to have the skill and all the rest of it, but we want to see man get clap out. Let's call it.
Yeah, we want to see straight bangs, straight out. You're out, sucker. How did someone said Daniel 60-year-old Sammy Ali says 60-year-old Ortiz stopped Charles Tunde? Huh? What Charles? Is that the guy's name yesterday that Gerard Anderson fought?
No, he's talking about Charles Martin.
Did Ortiz fight last night?
I don't know.
I know. Did Ajagba win last night?
Ajagba knock out his man Viciouston. You want to get your cousin on the phone?
Hold on. Let me get these results up, because obviously I was the watch along yesterday was full of energy, Spencer. I'm not gonna lie. It was full of so much energy. It was full of energy. I need to let me get this. Carry on talking, Spence. I need to get this.
Ajagba knocked Tunde. The way Ajagba knocked out the brother yesterday, was serious. It's a serious right hand clap.
Wow.
It was bare pounded yam in that right hand.
Yeah, because he's a solid Nigel man. Gerard,
he's a vicious knockout.
Gerard Anderson, isn't it? Did Abdullah Mason fight as well?
Yep. Listen, Abdullah Mason is the future too.
For sure. We know this already. He's blessed to fight his right, so we already know this.
No, Tunde, that is a real deal. I want everybody to realize this part here.
Oh wow!
I mean, that kid is a real deal.
That's brilliant.
I mean, his temperament, like his punch output, his intelligence, how he throws his shots. The kid's serious, man. Seriously, he's a serious kid.
Okay, so I got the bill from yesterday. So it wasn't a Charles. So I'm not really too sure what Sammy Ali meant when he says 60-year-old Ortiz stopped Charles Tunde. I don't know, but
Charles Martin. I'm sure you're talking about Charles Martin.
Yeah, but what has that to do with the conversation? I don't get it.
I have no idea.
He was talking about Daniel Dubois. That's what's thrown me. I don't understand. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure Sammy Ali knows what he's talking about. But yesterday, Gerard Anderson beat Riyad Mary. Yeah. And yeah, that's the name. Ajagba knocked out Guidado Vianelli. And wasn't that guy managed by Sam Jones? I'm sure that guy was managed by Sam Jones.
Was he?
Yeah. I remember they wanted us to spar with him. But Martin's phoned me. He goes, yeah, Tun, I got some sparring for Ant. And anytime Mark phones me, I know something must be going on. He's like, yeah, Tune, I got some sparring for Yarde. I said, yeah. What's the guy's name? He said, I'll send you over his box rig. He sent me over the box rig. I said, hold on. I'm looking for the guy. I'm looking at the guy's record. I said, mate, Mark, this guy's a heavyweight. Mark was like, don't worry, mate, he'll be all right. You know, listen, it's Ant, innit? You know, and it'll just move around him. He's good. I said, bro, Ant is a light heavyweight. Ant ain't no heavyweight. He said, no, but he'll be all right. I said, nah. I think we'll swerve that one, Mark. We'll swerve that one, Mark.
Try to mash up your fire.
Yeah, I said, nah, lie that one. We ain't going up there yet. We're going up there. I believe we're going up there, but we ain't going up there yet. So don't try that. Try to mash up the thing. But yeah, I'm sure this guy was managed by Sam Jones.
Okay.
But that's his second loss now. I didn't even know he had a defeat on his record.
Who
he lost to a guy called Jonathan Rice. So no, but a Jaguar never knocked him out. It said it's a split decision loss. Spence. So it wasn't a KO, it was a split decision loss.
Who?
Yesterday, according to BoxRec. Abdullah Mason KO'd Ronald Run. Who else is a notable name on the bill? No other notable names I can see apart from Anderson, Ajagba, and Mason are the most notable names I can see from that show last night. But also on the show last night, Spencer, on the Manchester show, there was an undercard fight. Bro, this fight. Let me see if I can remember the bit. I'm sure Stephen Clark. Yeah, Stephen Clark against Jensen. I remember that. Jensen. Spence. This and it jumped on just before the main event. You know when they do a little floater? They do a little floater, but it was a real fish and chips swingers. and that really got us well prepared for the main event. So anyway, moving down the bill, Ellie Scottney last night became the WBO and IBF and Ring Magazine Super Bantamweight World Champion. This young girl I've known she's still young now, but I'm talking about baby coming into the Lynn Boxing Club with her bag, Uncle Jim. Bro, she's just collecting up belts. So Ellie Scott last night, Ellie Scottney, it was a great fight, Spence. And it was a shutout, but it was a competitive fight. I'm not too sure what the scorecards were, but great performance. 2 belts now, or 3, because that was a Ring Magazine belt as well.
One. She's collecting them up, isn't it?
She's doing well, and it's just a great story. You know, hard work, dedication, and I don't know what the future. I'm not too sure about that weight and who really is out there. Do you know anything about that super bantamweight division of the women's, Spence?
I don't. But what I do know Ellie Scottney. You know what I mean? And that girl can fight, son. Yeah, she put her foot on the gas last night, swinging from 1 to 10, and it was a toe-to-toe battle. The other girl, to be fair to her, really did put up a performance. Jensen Irvin. I was to search for that name because this brother is known in the trade as what we might call a journeyman. But I said I'm going to give him his props because he put up a serious fight. And big up Jensen Irvin, calling himself Natty. Natty against the prospect, Stephen Clark last night, who recorded his second victory. Yeah, Natty Irvin covered. Yeah, bro, Spencer. Last night was serious, you know. Last night was serious. I know you was rubbing shoulders with certain A-listers last night, but it's all good. We were here doing our thing, and it was a nice. Again, down to Michael Gomez Jr. He broke up Kane Baker last night, and I was so bro. I was so sad for Kane because Kane is my guy. You know, he's an ambassador. And man, when certain man look at his record, they're thinking, yeah, you know, but Kane always gives a good account for himself, and
boxing would be nowhere. I have to do this little shout out. Boxing would be nowhere if not for fighters like Kane Baker. 19 wins, 11 losses. And I think, that old adage when people say, records are for DJ really applies to Kane Baker here. And whatever he does this for, because it was a bad, you don't really see Kane get dropped like that. It was a bad knockdown and eventually stoppage. But yeah, I said I was gonna come on it. I said it yesterday, but I'm gonna say it again. Kudos to Kane Baker. And whatever you choose to do, you're 33 years, so you're only 33 years young, but that was a tough fight last night. And
listen, Gomez Jr.
It reminded me of watching his brother. Remember Michael Gomez was serious. Remember Michael Gomez used to come with the long Mexican shorts. And he used to have his hands up like that.
Yep.
And Tutu's, that's what Junior was doing. A bit more, it's the next gen. He's the next gen. So it was a bit more articulate. Let's use that word. But it was the same Gomez stamp.
Michael Gomez was serious.
Hey.
Michael Gomez was serious. So this you chip off the old block, innit?
Yeah, chip off the old block. But remember that little crew there, the Hatton, the Gomez's.
Hatton, Farnell, Gomez.
Remember? Yes.
Yeah. And Macklin was in it as well,
And Macklin, I was thinking Macklin was
the tail end. Macklin was the tail end.
Yeah,
but yeah, that
was going to America, so it's a bit different. Sorry, we're talking at the same time.
So. Who went to America?
Macklin. Remember, Macklin was at Freddie Roach's gym and stuff. So
Macklin was with Freddie Roach, and he was with Buddy McGurk as well, wasn't
it? Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What a lot of people don't know is like on history, Matthew Macklin is viciously on point, on boxing history, trust me, he's viciously on point. Yeah. But I remember do you remember when Macklin won the European title?
Against?
I can't remember the brother's name. I think it's some Irishman.
Hold on, Macklin got stopped by Jamie Moore. That was a big boy fight.
Listen, I like middleweight. That fight was ridiculous.
That was a big boy fight.
That fight was with Jamie Moore. That fight was ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. That's bringing back some memories. Gomez against Alex Arthur was another classic, Spence.
Listen, that was in 2004, and that was British Boxing Border Control's Fight of the Year.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Because how that fight, their man just came out reckless.
That fight, remember, AAA, amazing Alex Arthur.
Yeah,
he was about.
Remember, that was his first defeat, innit? Alex Arthur was billed as this next superstar, amazing Alex Arthur, and Gomez said that I'm not listening to that. Yeah, I'm not listening to that, bro. Remember, he had bare hooks he was doing from this side here.
That's how his brother was boxing last night, and it just took me back to those years when Gomez Senior, let's call him that, Gomez Senior was doing the same kind of style, the walk forward style, not worrying about what was coming towards him, and just putting in hard shots. The junior don't look like he's a hard puncher like the senior, but all the same, his style is very exciting, and he moves to 20-1 now. And I forgot who they said they're lining up for the next fight. Was it? It can't be Jordan Flynn because he's fighting Cameron Vong.
But Jordan Flynn got a win yesterday, innit? He won yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't impressive. And I think, he pushed young Cameron in the middle of the ring after the fight. Like, listen, that's what it's about. That's how you hype fights. So I'm not even gonna front on that because I like all that stuff. It's the entertainment. This is why people buy tickets. But from what I've seen of young Cameron Vaughn, Jordan Flynn's gonna have his hands full for that fight. He's gonna have his hands full because that young boy looked like he's got a lot of talent. And the only way we were gonna see it is him with a good fighter like Jordan Flynn. But Jordan Flynn maybe was a bit flat because he was expecting to fight Cameron on that show, but I feel that they're doing a summer fight now, so it's going to be a good fight. But Cameron Vaughn definitely looks like a talent. Yes, that's it. Gomez Jr. said he wants Reece Bellotti for the British title, and according to Mr. Gomez, he said in the post-fight interview to his manager Kevin McGree, "Can I say it? Can I say it?" He said, "Yeah, the fight's done." But Eddie weren't letting the cards. He said the fight's done, the fight's happening. Reece Bellotti against Gomez Jr. That will be a serious fight. It will be a serious fight. Yeah, Rocky Ali says that should be next. And I agree. Because that fight last night was a humdinger. You know, Kane Baker. You know, Kane comes with everything. He prepared well. He was in America for that fight training. He gave it all. He gave it his all. But his all just wasn't enough. So, I mean, I've gone on, but big up Kane Baker. Again, wish you nothing but the best. Further down the line, you had the young prospects, Jack Turner, recording his 6th fight, 6 wins, 6 KOs, and 6 in the first round. The young Liverpudlian.
Tun, that is very impressive, you know.
Bro, I don't know where they're finding these Tanzanian man, but bro, no matter what, these Tanzanian man are getting licked out in 1 round. And listen, that's what you want. That's what you build. You know, he's a young kid from Merseyside, Liverpool, 22 years of age. They call him the El Terrier. So, again, this, boxing is exciting. He's got literally a baby face. But he's about his business. And that's some Edwin Valero kind of thing. 6 fights, 6 wins, 6 KOs, and all 6 in the first round. So, yeah. Steve Bailey says that brother Turner can crack. Well, I'm definitely taking notice after another first round KO last night. When I saw the record of that round, that's impressive. I'm sure sterner tests will come along the way, but we'll see. Any more? Yep, young Jimmy Sains, another Tony Sims. Bruv, Tony Sims just churns them out. Tony, and Jimmy Sains now, ex-Repton boy, good boxer, Spence, puts his hands back in the right position after he throws them, punches with venom, southpaw, again, 4-0 now, 4 knockouts, no fight going past the 4th round. The Polish lad last night was very, very tough and durable. He had a big gash on his face and he was still swinging. So yeah, Jimmy says.
Have you seen, right? Sorry, my apologies. He knocked down the brother, but I just saw some vicious right hand that Jaguar fought, so straight away I just thought he knocked him out. So my apologies there. Yes. Did you what was I going to say? Have you seen that Isaac Chamberlain is now relinquished the British title?
That's a good talking point, Spence.
Yeah, he's relinquished British, so he could defend his Commonwealth title against Video O'Reilly. And
hold on, repeat what you said, Spence. Sorry.
He's relinquished the British title.
Yes.
So he can defend his British title, so his Commonwealth title against Vidal.
But from what I understand, that's why I asked you to repeat yourself, because from what I understand, there is a European title that has been offered to Isaac. And from my understanding, that's the route they will go next.
You know what, Tun? They could think that they're going that route, yeah? But
Go on.
right. That's right. No, right. Mick Hennessy is good at what he does, right? But ending of the day, no one's not interested in seeing Isaac Chamberlain fight for the European title against some European man that we don't know of, right? And who's going to put the money up for that fight? Go on. Who's going to put it up?
Still, but I don't know who's putting that money. I don't know. The only fight I want to see involves the British boy. I don't know if Celiac coming to this conversation. Bro, Celiac he can keep his EBU belt as far as I'm concerned. The big fights are in the UK. The big
Right.
fights in the UK, whether that be Chev Clark against Vidal, Chev Clark against
Well,
Isaac.
he's fighting Zorro. Chev Clark's fighting Zorro
Oh wow!
for in 6 weeks' time.
Oh wow!
That's what's
That's
gonna
interesting.
happen. Yeah, he's fighting
That's
him.
interesting.
So
Well, you can't blame Zorro. He's getting them shots. I did hear
Yeah.
Chev say something like May or something. Is it May from memory? I'm just
Yeah,
thinking I
it's
heard
in-
him say
it's in
something like
6
May
weeks.
the 25th.
That's in 6 weeks' time, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, there's that fight.
Mike Wynn's got it up there. Mike Wynn says it will be Chamberlain versus Celiac or for the EBU titles, and Ellis versus Chev Clark for the British titles. Vidal,
I hear that, but I'm saying
understand.
on what show is that going to be on? So obviously, that's going to be on Sky, right?
Zorro against Clark will be on Sky. No,
No,
against
Zorro,
Clark will
that'll
be
be
on
on
the
DAZN.
zone.
I'm saying, right, Isaac Chamberlain. And I'm saying to you, unless Vidal, after his performance last week or the week before, is saying like, there is nothing else for me to go and do, right? Because I need to like kind of hone my skills a little bit more. Because remember, my man broke his rib, you know.
Yeah, well, no, Isaac don't believe that. Isaac don't believe that. Man said, your rib was broke, but he was dancing. He was dancing for the next 10 rounds, looking good, sly, smooth. But I believe Vidal. I don't believe Vidal's got any reason to lie. But regardless, I would still love to see Vidal Riley versus Isaac Chamberlain. I hope that I mean, listen, you gotta go where the money is. So I can't see how Sky and Ben would let that fight slip, the Vidal fight slip. You know, but then again, you know, Mick Hennessy is Isaac's promoter, and he may feel that if he picks up the EU title, then it makes the Vidal fight even bigger. While Vidal's currently injured. But it seems to me that everyone is running away from Chev Clark. No one don't want the Chev Clark smoke.
I actually feel, I'm gonna be real, I actually feel sorry for Chev, you know.
Why?
No, I actually feel sorry for him because he's not, you know what I mean, he's not getting the fights or like the desirable fights. You know what I mean? And you know, Zorro is a good fighter, but and Zorro lost to an exceptional champion, right? In Opataya. But you know, when you get a bad knockout like that, you know what I mean?
That was in the first round, wasn't it?
The first round, Tunde.
Wow.
And he's lucky that the bottom rope was there. Otherwise, his neck would have broke off.
Trust me.
So, us being realistic, I'm saying I feel sorry for Chev because what happened was Chev tried to when the little argument thing was at ringside, Chev tried to get involved as well, and the man
He said, "Nah, mate, we don't want you yard man around anywhere near this ringside."
Exactly. They might just block him out. So, yeah, like I said, I feel sorry for him.
No, there's nothing to feel sorry for. Chev knows the thing. Chev knows how this operates. All Chev needs to do is what he has been doing, which is working his ass off, and the opportunities will come, Spence. It's just the way it is. And sometimes, yeah, you may be out for a little bit, but you just stay consistent. You keep on working. And, you know, it's like I always say, God don't make mistakes. And he will get the opportunity. The opportunity has come right now. It may take longer. I mean, look how long it took Terence Crawford to finally get that shot, you know, and prove himself as the number one. Years and years and years, taking on what some would describe as nondescript fighters, but facts show they were good fighters, but Terence Crawford just made them look like they were nothing. So I feel where Chev's concerned, or Chev is concerned, I think that all he needs to do is keep on working, pick up the British title. That's no disrespect on Ellis, because I'm sure Ellis will be coming to upset a lot of people that night. But pick up the British title. Then listen, you have to come. If you want the notoriety, if you want to be known as the champ, you got to go through the champ. So I think this could be stage one of Chev really making a name for himself in the cruiserweight division, because there's some good fights. Chev wins that, then all of a sudden you're in contention. Billum Smith, Riakpo. I know Chev ain't ducking none of that smoke, because he's just one of them yard man that's ready to fight. And he's got a fantastic engine in him. He's trained hard. I've watched him. He used to come down and spar with Ant. He was actually sparring with Ant before old days, like TKO days. So I know Chev very well. And he's as hard as nails. And he don't mind taking one to give one. So I just feel that those three boys in particular, Chev, Vidal, and Isaac, they need to get it cracking. But yeah, it's good, man. Exciting times.
Lawrence Okoli, he's fighting.
Yes. That's so mad, isn't it? We're not even talking about Okoli.
Yeah.
It's like, man, one time he was on hot on everyone's lips, but the little grab and wind the man down in the ring. The little grab and wind up man in the ring. But the fans ain't having that. I want to see Rocket. And we know Lawrence has got the kukum, big punching power. It's just the grabbing thing. We're not on that.
You know, he's been trained by Joe Gallagher now, yeah?
I heard that, Joe, listen, Joe is a man who loves the sport of boxing. And I think that's a good, I always love to see British fighters with homegrown trainers. I don't feel there's a need to go abroad, because you're never going to get the same love. You're different people, and so the fact that he's with a well-respected former Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year in Joe Gallagher, been in some big fights. I think we'll see what Joe can do for him at this stage of Lawrence's career. But good. It's a good introduction for Joe straight into a world title fight with his new fighter. So yeah, we'll see how much the Billum Smith fight has taken out of Lawrence, if anything, and let's see what Lawrence can do. Looking forward to that's in 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I
think the nice thing is
it's not cruiserweight, is it?
No, Bridgerweight. He's fighting for the world title at Bridgerweight.
Oh, is it that man that licked at Babbage?
Yeah, him.
Hey, bro. Hey. Bro, I didn't even know. I'm just sitting here thinking, because I don't really pay no attention. No disrespect, Lawrence Rademan. But I'm just saying to myself, hold on, it's not a cruiserweight. And that man is a bit, what's the word? He's a bit raw, but bro, he can punch.
He can punch, bruv.
He can
And the way that man clap out Babbage, was serious.
Hey, you know what? I'm tuning in for that fight there. We're doing a watch along for that fight there. I just realized
if I turn up,
we have to do a watch along for that fight, because that man looked like he come from a pub out of Peckham, and he just head down, looking to take your head off.
Yeah.
So Lawrence better be on his P's and Q's for that fight. I'm just clocking. It's just registering what fight is again. What fight is? It's gonna be a good fight, Spence. When I say a good fight, somebody's getting knocked out.
That's gonna be an excellent fight.
Somebody's getting knocked out. Someone's getting knocked out in that fight. Someone is getting knocked out. Yeah, the watch along might be exciting for however long it lasts. Because that Rozamski brother, bro, this guy's a serious guy.
Yeah, he don't play for him. He doesn't play.
He moves like a Wilder. He's a bit raw, but he moves like a Wilder. The early Wilder, not the Wilder of today. The Wilder of today, no. Everything gone. And I don't know him. They're talking about him, Zhang being announced tomorrow. I don't know.
Wilder Zhang tomorrow, yeah? Being announced tomorrow.
Yeah, the 5v5 and the Beterbiev Bivol announcement will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. from what I understand.
Okay.
Muted fights are Zhang versus Wilder, Dubois versus Herkovich, Craig Richards versus Willie Hutchinson, which is that's actually a good fight, you know. That's not a joke fight, you know. I'm to be honest with you. Craig has to be on his P's on Q's because that young you, despite that loss what he had against the little yard man at super middleweight, I feel that he's much more comfortable. Why am I even bigging up these man's things? Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because it's a boxing show. That's why.
Yeah. So now let me go there. But yeah, even though he had a loss previously against, his only loss against the yard man. Please refresh my memory in his name. Spence. The super middleweight Willie Hutchinson lost to.
Oh, man.
He lost to the, but anyway, Willie Hutchinson, remember, he was a fantastic junior amateur, the best in the world. He seems to be a bit, more mature now in his character. We'll wait and see. One thing I know is Craig is gonna make us know if he is serious about this sport. Because Craig with his little yard man hand is and his long reach. And his Spider-Man tactics.
Craig is a problem for anybody. I want man to realize that.
We're gonna find out. But you know,
Craig is a problem, bro.
So that's the other one. So you got Herkovich, Dubois, Zhang versus Wilder, Hutchinson versus Craig Richards. You also have, I don't know how true this is, Nick Ball versus Raymond Ford. Yeah,
I thought Raymond Ford if that is, that's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I haven't even looked on what's his name on Raymond Ford's page or anything. But that's the other one. And there's one more, right? Who's the one more? Nick Ball. Nick, we've said it. We've said Wilder. Yeah, Leonard Clark is the yard man. Old type Rocky Ali for that. Leonard Clark. Oh, yeah. And then Ammo Williams versus Shiraz.
Is that on?
Bro, this is the talk. All will be revealed tomorrow. Let me say it again. Let me break the news. The 5v5, which has been muted, is Deontay Wilder versus Zillian Zing Zang Bang. Yeah, this is what we're hearing.
That's Turkey Al-Sheikh's fight, don't it?
It's not concrete, but this is what I'm hearing. Daniel Dubois versus Herkovich. Raymond Ford versus Nick Ball. Craig Richards versus Willie Hutchinson. And Ammo Williams versus Hamza Shiraz. Yes.
That's a big fight, you know? That's a big card.
And obviously, the undisputed light heavyweight title, which will feature two of the, I would say, two generational champions, both Russians, in Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. Who you got for that fight, Spence?
Beterbiev.
We got 600 people in the thing.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Wait. Let's see a quick reaction from the fans on the line now. Number one for Artur Beterbiev and number two for Dmitry Bivol. 2 bless, 1 off the bat, straight. Come on. Sir Oku, 1. Beterbiev again. Boxing iHub, 1. All right, bro. This ticket. Wait. Naeem 1. Jesus. JB 1. JSMNZGB 1. Bankroll Productions 1. A Obes 1. Victor is the first one for Bivol. He says 2. Yemi X 1. Raymond Hales 1. Steve Bailey 1. Philip Answer 1, Ron A 2, Sam O 1. Bro, if these predictions are anything to go by, Beterbiev is just gonna go in there and rob the bank.
Nah, he ain't gonna rob the bank because Bivol is a very smart boxer, right?
Is it gonna be anything that Beterbiev hasn't seen?
Right. But the thing is this: I've seen when Beterbiev hits, he cracks bone. You know what I mean? He cracks bone, and I think Bivol could be outbox him a little bit, but I can't see how he's gonna stop him.
I can't even see how Bivol's gonna outbox him. I'll be honest with you. I can't see how Bivol's gonna outbox because he's gonna have to engage. He's going to have to engage with Arthur, and I feel that it's going to be I don't think anyone, Iski Major, I don't think anyone's writing off Bivol. You just can't, listen. He did what he was supposed to do against a smaller man in Canelo, but even that fight, go back and watch that fight. Canelo, later on in the fight, there was times when Bivol was, I'm going to watch that fight again. There was times when Bivol was resting up on the rope. And I'm like, you ain't going to do that with Arthur. Not only that, I feel that this may be a fight where Arthur is going to show tremendous footwork, his ability to cut off the ring. It's such a mouth-watering fight. Let me bring that. It's such a mouth-watering fight, Spencer, that my eyes are going to be glued. But like yourself, I'm going for a stoppage early. Early, yeah? Early doors. And I'm not saying that. Because, we've shared a ring with him. It's the study of his whole career. And yes, we know he's of advanced age. But he seems to be getting better. And I don't like the way I feel if Lyndon was fully fit for that fight, I feel that Lyndon could have even done even better than what he did.
Well, Lyndon went in there with 1 foot, Ton.
Yeah, and most people, if we're all honest, everyone's honest on here, people thought Lyndon was going to get stopped.
Yeah, definitely.
People thought Lyndon was going to get stopped, but he never got stopped. And he put up a performance, and he wasn't even 100%. And the fight was short notice. So I feel, I hear the post-fight about, it wasn't really motivated, but you're lying. Bivol was lying. If he could have stopped Lyndon, he would have, and he couldn't. So I'm saying, I just feel based on what I've seen, having seen Arthur close up, watch Bivol, I think that Arthur may just bag this one, but I wouldn't put my house on it, put it like that, because I was very impressed with the way that Bivol dealt with Ramirez, who's a much bigger man than him, who's actually got good footwork, but I don't feel like he takes the shot as good as Arthur is going to take the shot, and I don't feel Bivol has enough firepower to get Arthur out there, but we'll see. Two Russians, I'm sure they know each other well.
100.
It's a great fight. It's a great 100. Fight. Right. Let us talk about the big fight next week in the Barclays Center. I'm talking about none other than Devon, the Dream, Haney versus Ryan, the showman, the YouTuber, the TikToker. Don't stop her. The TikToker don't stop her. Ryan Garcia. Big boy fights, man. I'm getting more excited. I wasn't really feeling the trash.
Why?
The entertainment.
Why are you getting excited?
I wasn't really getting excited. I just felt like it wasn't really nothing out there. Maybe just because I'm just focused on my own business. But I didn't feel. But today I watched the 2 episodes thus far. I think the 3rd episode either came out while we've been on air, or it's gonna come out, or it's coming out now. Because I remember when I was doing a bit of watching boxing earlier, and it said 3rd episode out in 2 hours. So the 3rd episode is probably out, but I'm starting to feel it now. It's good. And what's your thoughts on this fight, Spence?
Devin Haney's gonna broke up my man. I'm telling you now.
I
It's
tried
not
to
even going to be
follow Bill,
nice.
but then I've just seen that him and Dev was on a live. Him
Okay.
and Bill was on live.
He's going to get broke up then. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like,
what
I'll
do you
tell you
say?
what people know. Not only that, yeah? Two skilled fighters, yeah? Which they are. But when you're going against the disciplined over the undisciplined, and when you're going to the dedicated over the undedicated, the person
But
who's dedicated and disciplined always comes out better.
but is he undedicated though, Spence? Is he?
Tunde, yes, he is.
You know why I
Right?
say this? Because I just watched the obviously I watched the first two episodes, and when you say undedicated, we are, let's not forget, we're talking about somebody who's been boxing since they're 7 years old.
So,
And if you look at the episode, I think it was episode 2, Ryan Garcia made the point that before he got all this, fame and stardom, he actually just done a little video, right? Someone asked to film him on the bag in Joe Gooson's gym. That guy posted it, and bro, it just went viral from then. And so he's actually, made all this money at such an early stage of it without even winning a world title.
yeah.
But now he's got the money, now he's got the fame. There is a chance that he could be, for the first time, really focused on winning this belt. Because other than the Tank fight, this is his first attempt at a world title where he's not going to be dehydrated. He spoke about that.
I hear all of that.
He's not going to be he's not going to be dehydrated, and he's got fast hands, Spence.
Okay.
And he comes to fight, as we saw with the Tank fight. He hurt Tank.
And I'll tell you why it's a recipe for disaster for him. Because
Nathan
Devin
Bailey, I
Haney
completely agree with you. Sorry, Spence.
gone. Right.
Yes.
And I agree with Nathan Bailey. The reason being is that we saw him in his last fight when he was doing the sausage roll instead of the shoulder roll. Right?
Man, the man was doing the Margaret Mayweather.
Right?
The man is doing the Margaret Mayweather. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. He was doing the Floella Mayweather technique, yeah. Right? I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. Right? And
sorry.
you know as much as anything, it's not what you're doing for 6 weeks, it's what you've been doing for 6 months. Right?
Facts.
So you could be in camp training your ass off right now, right? Doing all your kind of crazy stuff, right? Number one is this, it's like I saw a thing with Teddy Atlas when Teddy Atlas was saying like the commission should be sued if they allow this boy to go into the ring because you can see off of certain of his antics, he could be traumatized by something.
Correct.
Yeah, right? So I wouldn't want to see anyone get injured, but I'm just going to be real. Devin Haney, as you know, you've only from since he's been 12 years old. He's supremely dedicated, right? It's not no joke, right?
Yeah, I don't think Devin actually knows anything other than to be committed to the sport of boxing.
Right. And that there lies the difference. And there lies where you've been in fights, like when he's in there with Jorge and Lara's clap him and he went back wobbled and then he walked back up straight away. He was back and he done his thing. When you see things like that, and also people seem to forget that Luke Campbell floored Ryan Garcia.
Yep. Luke Campbell was an Olympic gold medalist, though, Spence.
Yeah, he was an Olympic gold medalist, Tunde, but Luke Campbell floored him. Right? This is the same Luke Campbell that still lost to Mendy. Remember the little Frenchman come over?
Oh, yeah. Who's he fighting? He's fighting Sam Noakes.
He's fighting...
Is that the same one fighting Sam Noakes?
Not Sam Noakes. He's fighting... Yeah, it is Sam Noakes for the British. For the European, sorry, British. For the European.
Yes.
Right? So, when I'm looking at that, I'm saying you can't go against somebody whose body of work has been that of a professional all of the time against someone who's a part-time professional, a part-time weed smoker, a part-time drama columnist, a part-time, a part-time extrovert, a part-time. No, sorry, you cannot go up against Devin Haney. Devin Haney also demonstrated to me in a Regis Prograis fight that he punches and he crack harder than people give him credit for. He's now, we're saying like, oh, well, my guy was draining down to the weight. He's not being, his body has not been adjusted to be a 140 fighter. Devin Haney is most probably been a 140 fighter, killing himself to get down to lightweight for the longest time. And really and truly, Devin Haney is most probably a welterweight. He's most probably 147 fighter.
I heard something there. There's telling that Devin was coming in 165, 170,
okay,
160,
right.
165.
So what does that say to you? That says to you that this man is supremely dedicated to go and chop that weight and go and fight and perform the way he wants. And plus, here is a man that has got very, very good wins on his career. What good wins has Ryan Garcia got in his career, Ton? What names has he got in his career, Ton?
True, again.
All right, then. Devin Haney's been an undefeated champion.
He is the only person that has beat Devin 3 times in a row as an amateur. Not in a row, but he beat him 3 times out of 6.
Yeah, 3 times out of 6. So it's 3-3 then.
Yes.
Well then, so it's like, so maybe Devin's the only guy to beat Garcia 3 times. That don't mean nothing.
Yes.
Because what I'm saying is this: here we got they're going to be fighting with 8-ounce gloves on, right? 12-round fight, and yes, he is. Ryan Garcia is very fast, right? He's got fast hands, but is his fast hands a deterrent because they're fast, or is it fast and then he put some snap in it that's going to hurt you? I'm sorry, Ton. And also, I got a lot of love for Derek James, and as we know, he's come on the show on numerous times. But I'm saying this now, Ton. When the little hex is in, right? Things I can't see this fight going no other way.
No. I've already said it that it's going to be a masterclass. I'm just trying to sell the fight for Bill a bit more. Try and make like Ryan has a chance, but I mean everyone has a chance when they get into the ring. It's a serious sport, and regardless of what you say, Ryan Garcia can crack. He does have a speed, and he's talking the talk. He's, as I said, he's making this more interesting now as we get closer to this fight, Spence. I did try to. Well, I thought Bill might have been. I thought Bill might have been busy or just switched locked on, but I just see him on. I just see him on Instagram with Dev.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm following him now. I actually can't wait for next week, but I'd be surprised if Bill picks up the fight because I know, the fact that he was on Insta Live with Dev, that's the closest I can see him getting to anyone this week. But anyway, it's a fight that I'm definitely going to be watching. We're definitely going to be covering on The Fight Is Right. And it's one which I think the fans, the general boxing fans, can we see a knockout? Is there going to be a knockout in the fight?
I can't see a knockout. I can see a stoppage.
Okay.
All right.
Because
remember, he went over from a body shot against Tank, and let's be honest, he was weight drained in that fight. So
he was. I mean, you can even see the pictures when you go back and look at the pictures. He was definitely weight drained, but I don't feel that would have had. I don't feel that would have had any outcome on the fight. That fight was always going that way because Tank is just—he's a monster.
He's a monster. He's a monster. No one can't turn around and say he's not. He's a monster.
Larry Lopez says Haney by late stoppage.
And that's how I see it as well, Larry. I see it exactly the same way that you're seeing it.
Yeah, very interesting. We got an interesting weeks ahead of us. Usyk, Fury. Again, I'm switching back and forth every day with that fight, Spence. How do you see that? How do you see that one going?
I would say this.
Don't even. I know what you're laughing. Don't even. I don't know why you're giving these things energy. You just ignore them, bro.
All right. I'm saying that if you look at Usyk's work, Ton, yeah, he's very clever, you know. And as we know, like boxing is greatly cerebral, right? In a boxing match, I could still see him coming off second best to Tyson Fury just for the mere size of Tyson Fury, right? But we have seen Tyson Fury get clapped by smaller men and go over. Steve Cunningham was really and truly a cruiserweight.
And from what I'm hearing, Usyk can actually punch. It's just that more time he ain't sitting down on the punches.
Well, listen, he must be able to do something, right? Because I was with Annie Joshua yesterday. Annie Joshua is a mammoth of a human being. Right? Let's call it as it is.
Yeah.
Right? But there is something about Usyk that you can't automatically write off. Before I thought, yeah, Tyson Fury easy. But the more this is drawing closer, is the more that I still think Tyson Fury is going to come out victorious, but I don't think it's going to be easy for him. And also, I'm going to be real with you. I want people to realize we do not know, you know the promoter man, Izzy.
Yes.
Yo, Izzy.
Yes, my brother, okay?
I'm just on the Fight Is right now. Yeah, man, you got, when's your show, Izzy? The 24th.
Yes. Call when you're free. I'm good anyway until 12 o'clock. I'm good. Call anytime, bro.
All right. Listen, we have to.
We've got food coming now, and then after I'm free, so we'll talk whenever you want.
All right, big up, bro. Love. Thank you very much.
Okay.
What did he say, Spence?
Oh, he said, no, he's going to have some food now, and he just thought me. But yeah, I'm saying, if you look, I'm saying to Tyson Fury actually can do more than what Usyk can do. For the simple fact that for Tyson Fury's size, he's not meant to move the way that he is. And also Tyson Fury, which I have witnessed ringside when he fought Martin Rogan, he can box just as effective in a southpaw position as he could do as an orthodox. Right? So he can do a little bit more than what Usyk can do. But what I am saying is the smartness of Usyk. He's very clever. And I'll tell you why. Go look how Usyk knocked out Tony Bellew. He positioned himself. He positioned Tony Bellew to get clapped with a straight left-hand shot, you know.
John said, Tunde, what's the juju hand thing Usyk does? Bro, I tell you, when you start see Usyk go like this, his worries in the dance hall. I'm not happy about the problem. And what do you feel about the introduction of Tyson's dad back in the camp? Good move?
You know what? I'm gonna be real with you, yeah. I was around the camp when he fought. Ngannou. Yeah, big up Spencer Brown again. But what I'm saying is this: Sugar Hill was prang of John Fury. And because he's prang of John Fury, I'm just telling you it is. And I rate Sugar Hill. You know what I mean? Big him up. Even though Anthony Smalls did beat Water right.
We had to fling that in. That one's used more than you do know. I saw that Wembley Stadium, Carl Froch. That one there, you always pull that one in. Business. Spencer Fearon, the Fight Is Right. If for those that don't know, actually defeated Sugar Hill in the corner as we dethroned his fighter. And
That's
Spencer
right.
Fearon was
And me and Tunde
shading.
was on the phone the night before talking. People don't know how far me and this little black shiny teeth boys got. But anyway, but yeah. So, but Tunde, I want man to realize this. Sugar Hill is actually prang of John Fury because after the Francis Ngannou fight, I was at the hotel with all of them, sat down, and Sugar Hill came back, and everyone was like, "Oh, well, did he win?" And bro, and I said, "No, he won the fight." In my eyes, I believe that he won the fight. Love boxing. Thank you so much for the 199. You're saying please update us on the Yarde likelihood. We'll come back to that another time, but thank you for the money. I don't want to lose my trail of thought. When I got back to the hotel, like everybody was like, "Oh, bloody hell." You know what I mean? Tyson, right? Sugar Hill was talking to John Fury like he was begging for his job too.
Rams, you know the thing already. Old tight Rams, 1154. You know this.
Right.
Well, I personally think having his dad back in camp is a great move. Great move, because I'll be honest with you, I ain't been too impressed with Tyson when his dad's not there. I think his dad brings the energy that Tyson needs, especially at this stage of his career.
Yep.
The dad, John Fury, is the energy. He is the source of this whole thing. A child will always feel that he's an independent person and he can now go in his ways, but the source is John Fury. And if you need the source at any stage in your career, it's the fight for the undisputed title when you need the source. And for that alone, I believe John Fury's induction to the camp is a king chess move by Tyson Fury. And he's going to broke up Usyk. I'm saying it. He's going to broke up Usyk. After the fight, we're going to even be on the show saying, bro, it's too easy. It was too easy. And you know, I'm a Usyk man. I am a Usyk man. I must admit, I do like the cerebral fortitude of Alexander Usyk. But let's get it right. Let's not pretend that Tyson Fury is not cut from that same cloth. He has boxing IQ as well. He is a boxing historian as well. He is still undefeated, just like Usyk. He has beaten the biggest, the baddest punchers in the game. Despite not being a one-punch KO artist. But neither was Floyd Mayweather when he moved up from super featherweight and lightweight. So, with all of that thrown into the equation, I just feel that Tyson Fury is I don't know about these odds and all of that, but I would say if it's down to a percentage, I'm at least giving Tyson Fury 70% out of 100 for the victory. Yeah. And don't be surprised if there's even a stoppage. Unless there's something going on in the camp what I don't know about, which is a possibility. Unless Tyson ain't got no legs. Because I see one picture of him. He look like some caveman, brother. Yeah,
he's in shape, man.
Like a caveman. I see Lawrence Okoli in the picture, some next brothers, and Tyson was like that. I said, nah. He looked like a man still brushing your trim. But yeah, Tyson looked like a caveman, a real caveman from the hills and cave size. So I hope he hasn't lost too much weight for this fight. I do feel that the weight can play a major factor in tiring Usyk in the middle rounds. You know, I feel that's going to be a good one. So I hope Tyson hasn't lost too much weight because he looks in shape, mad shape. And you know, sometimes when but when someone who has had his whole career with, you know, a bit of excess weight, suddenly decides to become Linford Christie, sometimes it can have a different effect, and it can
have an adverse effect on you. But what I don't think is, I'm saying, I still got Tyson Fury winning this fight. I don't think it's going to be easy. I wouldn't want it to be easy for him to win that fight neither, because I want it to be a really, really good fight. Simply for the fact that you're fighting for the undisputed championship of the world. You know what I mean? I want it to be a good fight.
You know it has to be a good fight.
I'm praying hard that it's a good fight.
And we could see a rematch.
Well, there's a 2-fight deal that they've got. So, you know what I mean?
Okay. NR Cleaning Services, thank you for the $4.99. Big up the man them every time from Birmingham. Would it surprise you if Usyk stopped Fury?
No.
And with all this talk about Tyson stopping Usyk, I don't think we've actually considered the fact that Usyk may stop Fury, Spencer, because he got dropped in his last fight.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's not unthinkable. Let's put it like that.
No, because Tunde, I'll tell you why. Because we don't know what the 3 fights with Deontay Wilder done to Tyson Fury.
I said it. I said that. We still do not know the effects of those 3 barn burners because what I can tell you, it definitely had an effect on Deontay Wilder, because he is a shadow of himself. The man's legs look like, when your missus is doing little sewing the children's clothes together, the pin. The man's legs look like a pin. I'm like, nah. When I saw the little memes, I was like, nah. The memes have gone too far. I don't like taking a mick out of no boxers especially when they lose. Yeah. But when I saw the memes, I was like, that's a bit far. But when I actually saw how skinny his legs is, I'm like, nah, this is a madness. Those legs can't hold up. And I'm surprised that Parker didn't actually drop him with how skinny his legs were. Is this a case again with sometimes a fighter doing too much, or has his legs always been like that? I don't know. I didn't really look at it like that. I was always looking at his upper, looking at the upper body and the fact that he was just taking guys out in tremendous fashion. And I feel another defeat on Fury, I feel that kills any AJ fight dead in the water. Because I would still like to see that fight, AJ against Wilder. Just so AJ can set the record straight and thump Wilder back to Alabama. I want to see that fight. I've always said AJ can win that fight.
Yep, you have done over the years. No ifs or buts. Can't, But like I said, this is the interesting scenario of boxing. We've been on for an hour and a half. Yes.
There's so much we can listen. It's a great time for boxing. I'll be honest with you. It's a great time for boxing. And Ray Oshan, he says Babatunde stopped the Nigerian sentiment. Tyson doesn't need his dad. There has been a reason he hasn't had his dad as head trainer. Well, I would like you to disclose that, because I don't know the reason. I don't know the reason, but I don't know. Maybe you know something that I don't know. Maybe Spencer knows something, but he's not.
I wish I did know, because I don't, so I can't say anything on the case.
But we would be remiss, Spencer, if we didn't talk about Jaron Boots Ennis signing with Eddie Hearn and the Matchroom stable. What are your initial and immediate thoughts on the signing?
I think it is an excellent thing what he has done, because for all his talent and everything,
yes,
he needs a hype man behind him.
That's facts, because he's not really built like that.
He's not. He's kind of reclusive when I get on and do my job. He's not really outlandish. There isn't no rule.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, Gerard Ennis makes Terence Crawford look like Muhammad Ali Tarated when it comes to mouth. Because he's reclusive. So I think him going with Matchroom needed a big star, and I think he's that guy. He's amazingly talented. watched him from the get-go. He very, very good fighter. And I think him being with Matchroom is the best move that he could have done. The best move that he could have done. Because Matchroom, since going to America, they haven't really broke America. You know what I mean? They need someone that they could say, well, this is the guy that is. And I think that Gerard Boots Ennis is the guy to really put Matchroom on the map in America.
Well, there's actually talks I've heard from sources that Terence Crawford could be on his way as well.
Yeah, you know what? Nothing at this present moment, nothing would surprise me. You know what I mean? Nothing would surprise me at this point. But like I said, it's an interesting time for boxing. Like the 147 division is a really, really good. But I heard them talking about Conor Benn and Boots. Did you hear that talk?
I did hear that. It was actually Conor Benn who started the narrative.
I rate the fact that Conor Benn wants to pit himself against man, you know. I rate it.
Yeah, I kind of feel sorry for Conor in the sense that I know there'd be people straight on why you feeling sorry for him and everything like that. But you know, he's a fighter, he wants to fight, and if he's calling out these big fights, then why not? Why not? Let's see it. If you know, either way, we're all gonna watch it. No matter what your opinions are on Conor, you're gonna watch. If Conor were to fight, and I believe at this stage of Boots' career, that would actually be Boots' biggest fight versus Conor Benn.
It would be. But
that would
Conor
be his biggest
fight. Conor wouldn't beat him. Conor wouldn't beat him.
Yeah, you just say that. So you just tell him how it is, yeah?
No, Tunde. Listen, Conor's very good, right? But Conor's last fight never impressed me. And we know he's got out and he's got problems to go deal with and all the rest of it. At this present moment, Conor can't fight Boots in this. Boots has been active and his skill level and his IQ is way up there. So sorry, bro. Can't see that happening.
I know Conor be watching the show saying, cool, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna
go. You ain't showing me nothing, bro. I'm just giving you my opinion. Right? I'm just gonna be look, Tunde, I ain't got time. Listen, you see in this boxing thing, yeah? listen
come on.
No, listen to me. You see in this boxing thing, right?
Yeah, come on. Talk the thing.
You give your opinion, yeah? It's an opinion.
A man
right?
said Conor can't lace boots. I like that one. That rhymes.
Right?
Old tight Alfie Black.
Right. I'm saying this, yeah. I'm not knocking Conor Benn. I'm just giving you my educated opinion. Right? That's my educated opinion. But for all we know, Boots can't take it on the chops, and Conor Benn could go out there.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to show, man. Conor's going to have a go.
But listen to me. Conor, in his last couple of fights, has been demonstrated to me the same punching power that he was showing of old. Right? So that could be a whole plethora of different things. Right? I'm not going down that road. Right? But it also could be that he's emotionally drained. Right?
Yes.
And he's trying to get that focus back on to say, right, I'm just going to clap out, brothers. So, at this present moment of what I have seen, especially of Conor's last performance, as far as I'm concerned, you can't fight Boots. And the next thing is this. Boots is a desired name to sign because everybody wanted to go get him. You know that? We had him and his dad on the show. Right? So, therefore, it is what it is. And I'm just telling the truth. But also, Kurt Campbell saying, Clarissa and Alicia Boron Gardner. What's going on there? You see the little shoving thing going on?
I don't know. I think it's silly, to be honest with you. They're two different weights. Alicia's way too small for Caressa. Caressa, it will just mummy her. Not daddy, mummy her. It's just too big. You know, and you know, even when you're talking about people going up in weight, whether they're male or females, you have to put some common sense into this. Caresha Shells is a massive, massive talent, skill-wise, and she's just a bigger person. And she's just a bigger person than Elisa. So I don't know where all this is coming from. It's good hype. It's keeping Elisa's name relevant. Because Caresha, she's all about doing rap tunes, everything. UFC,
Yeah, I know.
she's relevant. Caresha's relevant. And yeah, it's good. It's good. Interesting. All right, Spence. I think we've done a good one.
Yeah, we have.
Over 90 minutes, 95 minutes to be precise.
We have.
Been great.
We have.
And I'm
we
sure.
have. Also, Tunde, I know you're Netflix
Yes.
man. I know you're a Netflix man. Have you watched Testament on Netflix?
Testament.
Yeah, it's the story of Moses.
What's it about, Spence?
It's the story of Moses.
Okay. Oh,
Prophet Moses. Yeah.
Who's the actors in that?
Nah, it's some obscure actors, but it's like a documentary film thing. So they cut it and they get historians and scholars speaking on from all faiths, from Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, speaking about Prophet Moses. And,
Testament.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason I'm being up
the story of Moses.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I started watching that. It's 3 parts.
It's excellent. Yeah, it's number one globally. It's number one in Saudi Arabia. It's number one out in America. It was number one here. I think it's number 2 or 3 now. But it's my friend Benjamin Ross that made it. He wrote and produced it. And yeah, I met him last week.
I'm gonna watch that now.
It's really good. Really very eye opening. Plus, when I was in Jordan, I went to the grave of whose grave did I go to? Moses' father-in-law. And it was Jethro.
Tell me you went in the
Bible. I went to his grave.
Did you go in the Red Sea? Is it called the Red Sea?
Nah, I didn't go over to the Red Sea. But
Spence. That's the place.
I know you went. I remember you went.
Yeah.
I remember you, Junior. I think
yes.
my memory turn.
Yes. And you go in there and you can go like this on your skin. Oh my God.
And the salt comes off.
Yeah, it is pure salt. What an experience. What an experience. And I mean, you read about these things, or some people have read about these things in the Bible and stuff like that, but it's Tunde went to the Red Sea in Lagos. Bro, boxing your stuff. No. Trust me, it's an experience. So yeah, beautiful, historic place. The city of Jordan.
Yep, snap. I did go to Petra. And before I go, I'll just say a massive thank you and a big up to Al Medina 313, the charity, for all the aid work that we did while we went out to Jordan and to get the food parcels couriered out to Palestine, and all my brothers that went out to Al-Aqsa Mosque. It was an incredible experience, and like, trust me, the people that I met in Jordan and the Palestinians that I met out, different gravy. That's the hospitality that I got out there was crazy, ton. Like, lots of loves and blessings. And it's mad, like, you're there and there's certain people that are watching The Fight Is Right. So big up the people out in Jordan that are watching. Look, I was in the mosque, yeah? I was in the mosque. And I showed you, innit? And the man stopped me. I think and then the man just, no, like, I watch you guys. You got to come to my house for dinner. Sent a driver for us. I went in some back of bush. I was like, Rob, do you want to see the big spread? Going out there, realizing what certain people are going through, and kids, like, their houses are just being destroyed and they're living in these makeshift tents, and the kids are running around smiley, happy, kicking footballs, and you're thinking, wow. And we come back to the UK and my kids are complaining to me that I put the microwave on too long for their muffins, right? This is on certain things where it's a eye opener, and we are truly blessed. Tunde said something to me the other day, like how fortunate we were that our parents came to the UK, and we should be thankful of our parents coming to the UK, right? And you truly realize it when you go out to places where it's war torn and there's a lot of right? And I'm gonna
poverty.
just yeah. Trust me.
My
And
dad.
it was like Tunde, I was walking down the road, like how safe Jordan is. Like I was out on the road all 2 o'clock in the morning, just me one, just walking up and down. And I was on the road and I see some man on the road and he goes, he's speaking his language. I gotta get to me. I was like, I said, what, do you speak English? He said, yes, I speak English. Give me money.
Come on.
So yeah, it was seriously, it was a massive eye opener. And like Wednesday just gone, as we all know, it was Eid for all the Muslims. And I must say a massive big up to Pasha restaurant. Me and Tunde have to go to this restaurant. Tunde, some bad boy restaurant in Blackheath, for all the food that he donated. A beautiful brother donated like 200 meals for me. Massive big up to 313, hand to heart for backing the funds for me to pay off for the rest of the food. And we did a homeless shelter in Peckham at the Methodist Church. Not in Peckham, sorry, in
Brixton.
West Croydon. I'm doing Peckham on Tuesday.
Yeah, don't try not to forget the Peckham man then, bro. Don't try it. Because man will come for you.
I'm going Peckham to give out food, bro. Listen, it is, trust me, like right now, like I said, Tunde, when you go to places where people seemingly have nothing, you look onto yourself and you realize that you have nothing, you haven't got love in your heart.
Very interesting. I think this is because you know me, I'm deep on this, so we can talk about this and really make a whole show of it. But suffice to say, it's been a great show, Spencer. Thank you everyone that has joined us this evening. We will be back next week to do the Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney watch along, and if anything of note that needs to be spoken about arises next week, we'll jump on earlier on in the week, maybe a Wednesday or something.
Yeah,
we'll see.
You know something's going to happen at the press conference. Something's going to happen. You know, trust me. Something's going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great pleasure to bring to you and Spencer. It brings Spencer great pleasure as well. That you all joined us this evening, and I feel there is no better time for us to show off and sign out in the magical words of dream it, believe it, become it.
Coming up, peace, 2 fingers. Thanks for everyone for joining. Love,
peace and prosperity.